Hello. Alright, we're back in The War Within, in Hallowfall. I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming today as I have chores to get done. It looks like it's ported me to the graveyard when I logged off at the end of the previous session, so we will find out back where we were picking up quests. Oh, those are the ones that are on the map from the previous zone that I probably can't go to. We have a quest up there. So I have put in the comments for this stream that my understanding is that there are some major spoilers ahead for a significant lore character, not far ahead of where I am in game now. So just be warned about that. I'm likely to not know until I actually encounter it when it is, so I won't really be able to flag ahead of time that it's occurring. Where is this quest I can't find? In the inn. Pick up some more pamphlets, then we'll go find it. Has it turned auto loot off again for me? No, it's on. Just seems really fussy sometimes about auto loot. In fact, I'm going to put an issue in for that. Auto loot often ignores poster items.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise. Thank you, Rain, but the shield you made me is all I need. I'm sure your talents would be better spent on other inventions. Rain? No. I have lived with my injury since I was a child. I've learned to do everything from sword fighting to dressing myself with one hand. Then I think some of our veterans who will lose an arm to the Nerubians will be very grateful that you've improved the design. Rain, I've learned to navigate my life without a prosthetic. I don't want to relearn everything, but if you want to improve something of mine, a better shock absorber on the shield would be a blessing of the flame. Those Nerubians are getting bigger, and it puts all that weight on the shoulder. Keep up your work. Everyone on the front line appreciates the new kit upgrades.
Interesting. I wonder what message they're trying to get over with that. So, on one front, it could be that Farron has great difficulty asking for help, that her disability makes it difficult for her to accept other people wanting to help her. Or it could be that the message they're trying to promote is that despite being disabled, she is a complete and capable person. It's hard to say what message they're trying to promote until we get further through. I don't have a physical disability of a permanent type similar to an amputation. I have a transitional disability in as much as I have an autoimmune condition which sometimes affects my manual dexterity, my mobility and flexibility, and things like grip strength and the like. And I have had to learn to use accessible assistance such as lifts, because I have a lot of trouble with particularly going downstairs rather than upstairs due to joint issues. Oddly enough, I was having a discussion with someone last night about the issues they have with going upstairs due to a physical impairment. Really want to find. Can't work out if that's just an exclamation mark or a building. Trying to find it. So that should be facing directly ahead of me now. And it can be really difficult to ask for help because it makes you feel lesser, and I feel embarrassed, particularly when it's something that I tend to downplay the impact it has on me because I feel like I might be taking away from someone else who needs the help more. So when they talk about accessibility and disability, when you're designing environments for people who have disabilities, they talk about disability in terms of permanent disability, such as having a paralysed spine, which makes you a paraplegic or a quadriplegic, versus the disability you have that is temporary, like a broken leg. It's a very real disability, but it's not permanent. Or a situational disability, so something like you are carrying a large delivery of boxes, or you have a stroller or a pram with a small child in it that means that you can't take stairs. They are still very real impairments, but while a broken spine leading to paralysis might be permanent, someone with crutches because they've got a broken leg would expect it all to be resolved within a couple of weeks to a couple of months. Something that benefits someone in a wheelchair because of a broken spine would also benefit someone who has a delivery trolley. So having something designed for a prosthetic might have other benefits for people. And just because she has learnt how to work without needing assistance doesn't mean that she isn't deserving of help. We'll see how they play that out. I started rambling there. I kind of forgot why I was in the conversation in the first place. This is a pretty standard quest type. For Blizzard, we seem to do one of these at least every expansion. I'm sure the recruits see us coming and go, why do I have to be the one? This person has beaten up gods, why do I have to go fight them? Though we do tend to do it with people who would be less familiar with our history, so maybe they genuinely think they can beat us. They're not meant to.
Walk with me for a bit, outsider. I assume Farron has told you of how we came to this strange land. The Emperor's vision. A prophecy of light, battle, and victory. For the Arathi and the Sacred Flame. I was newly raised to my position. Being entrusted to seek out an Imperial prophecy was a great honor. Our armada braved the storming sea and its impassable tempest. I thought that final storm was sure to scuttle every airship. Instead, there was a radiant flash. The Emperor's vision, exactly as he had foreseen. The light transported us beneath the surface of Azeroth, but still under the light of this star we named Beladar. So many died as the Armada crashed into the cliffs. We thought the eternal flame of Erethdor snuffed out that day. Then, as we labored to rescue this stowaway child, Farron, we discovered that she had preserved embers of the flame, at risk to her own life. Brave fool. Yet I'm eternally grateful that she held on to that symbol of hope. Don't tell her I said that. We had put down roots by then. My soldiers left to make homes for themselves. They started families. Flames, help me. There are children now.
Interesting. Last sentence doesn't have a voice line.
But like Farron, they mistake saving for safeguarding. My people are brave and strong, but they are not all flame-blessed heroes. I know exactly how many soldiers we lose to the dark. If we play it safe, we might survive long enough for me to put my grandchildren on the front line. I welcome you, outsider. I hope your people's arrival and the Earthen's reunification means better days for Merildar. But I fear we have just made ourselves a bigger target for the dark.
Okay, that unlocked 3 new quests. Still don't have Brothers Brawn Pike. I'll go around and see if I can find another quest on the map. Oh, there's one. Here it is. Very pretty. That waterfall is stunning looking. Let's go down and have a better look at it. Very strange, geographically speaking. Falling into a basin like that from the sea. You'd expect it to flood because of the volume of water coming from the ocean. And it'll be empty. A third delve. Yes. Not what I had planned, but let's do it and see how it goes, if it'll let me in. Tier 2. So I believe Bran will start as a healer. Yep. Repair. Have no trash to break. So we seem to have a darkness circle on the ground in front of us. Destroy the dark fire braziers. I don't know what the circles of purple are. I assume that they're bad.
ships are coming for us! You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest. Those ships are coming for us! Hang in there! It can't end like this! Next time, let's use some harder hitting moves.
So it looks like if you walk through the purple circle, you attract barrage fire of some kind, of shadow damage.
Hey, be careful! Oh, don't go dying on me!
Looking at the map, where am I there? I don't really need to go that way anyway, so I'm going to go back. where I was going. Because I've more or less cleared out around this brazier at the bottom anyway, unless they've respawned. So I just need to get a safe period of time to wander in and loot it. So it looks like there is a shortcut down if you died and you have cleared beyond this point. But you do have those two elites at the top. I might be a bit braver if I had higher eye level gear, but I don't. I'm also still operating at a damage and healing reduction because of the hero talents. I am a little tired today and a bit low energy. We went to a May the 4th party last night and it was cold. It's cold in Melbourne at the moment and it was cold and I am tired because I find the cold very tiring.
Found a bit of gold!
It looks like the checkpoint is not terribly far ahead. Just at the top of this walkway.
Hang in there. Let's have a quick sit down to recover.
There's a couple of people in test chat talking about the character that didn't want the prosthetic and how it was good that to have that discussion about not wanting to have prosthetics that make it feel harder to do things based on how you've learnt to do them. Because it makes other people feel more comfortable to conceal your differences rather than do things the way that you're used to doing them. Which a lot of prosthetics, people wear them for social reasons rather than capability reasons. The prosthetics often don't actually make life easier for them, other than to make other people feel better about being in their presence. So there's that aspect of it as well. So I wonder if I'm going to have to fight the kobold thief after I've fought the stolen loader. Nope, looks like the thief runs away.
That's more like it.
Let's see what ability I got. Molten engine. Creates barrier. It only seems to last for like a minute. Let's repair, because I've taken a lot of damage. And then let's come back here. Rather than fight with a cliff behind me and a roaming purple patch that's going to give me a bad day. Blessing of Dusk. We don't see dusk used as a term often enough in Warcraft. We see dawn used a lot, but we don't see dusk used very often. That should be the last brazier. And then we have sorry, just reloading so that I actually have saved the settings. Let's have a look and see where I have to go. Up, up, up. So it looks like we have another elite to kill. Historically, the elites have been pretty rough. So let's use a flask before we continue. Note there's also one of the purple patches roaming around up here, and if I touch that, I will be targeted by the barrage. Let's see where it goes. So it does come the whole way across there. Okay, so I probably want to fight on the stairs here pretty much to avoid it being hit by that purple passage. And it changed directions.
Hey, be careful! Oh, don't go dying on me!
I'll go try that again. I doubt I got them low enough to kill them. I'm just going to wait for my various healing options to reset before we try that again, because I do find these are tuned pretty harshly. So it goes up on that side. It goes across to the other side. It goes back to the middle. And up the far side. How far up did it go? Not quite to the top of the stairs. So did it come down the middle because I was in combat with him, or did it come down to the middle as part of its regular pattern? Looks like it only goes back and forth. What have we got behind us? We've got... I reckon he called it in on us. Because it doesn't look like it comes down the stairs by itself. Right, so
Let's have
killed
a quick
him.
sit down to recover.
New stage. Let's have a quick sit down and recover. Okay, we can do that. Reach the treasure room entrance. Use the parachute to reach the treasure room entrance. So where's the parachute? What parachute? That parachute. Well, let's see what happens. I suspect if I'd used flap or the parasol, that would have worked just as well. Alright, so we're here. Now what? Collect your reward. This time we can reach the thing. So let's see what we've got in here. Crafting materials. There's gold on the ground to pick up, which seems to be pretty standard now. Pocket lint and pocket lint. Pocket lint seems to be the standard placeholder treasure that they're using. Now I am wondering, so we came in there, oh no, we came in there because there was that little passage there. We fought on the airship, so I'm wondering if there's a whole nother section down there that gets uncovered in a later difficulty level. I guess we will find out later. Because that will port us straight to the entrance. Leave the delve. So that is... which delve? Nightfall Sanctum. So the delves don't seem to appear on the map until you stumble on them. So there's that one there, which is the Skittering Breach, which we did, the Sinkhole, and now Nightfall Sanctum. And in the previous map, I successfully did the waterworks, but I couldn't enter the Dread Pit for some reason. I didn't find another one down this end. There might be one. And I didn't get to do Isle of Dawn. What have we got there? We've got 3. Earthcrawl Mines, Fungal Folly, and Kriegel's Rest. I didn't get to do this area because I wasn't in week 1 of the alpha, so I'm hoping that they'll give us end-to-end access the week after next. Hoping that they implement fishing soon. I do need to go along and collect the pets at some point. It's an interesting looking section of the map. Let's fly over and have a look at that. The veneration grounds. I found that for first run through, I'm actually not liking dynamic flying. Like, I get why they gave it to us, because it is faster, but when you're doing your initial questing through a zone, I'm finding I'm overshooting things a lot while I'm still trying to work out where they are, and I don't know how to orientate myself yet. We're going into the veneration grounds. How interesting. All right. So back kind of, oh no, going forward. So these guys look like Jimbro Murloc. They are powered up and butch. They're not really Naga, though they're reminiscent of some of the mobs that we had in, I'm trying to remember the name of the instance. It was a Battle for Azeroth raid, Queen Ashara's Underwater Realm. There were a few mobs that were similar to this. That's not a quest mob, so I didn't need to attack it. This is going to have the wrong bug report thing until I reload, so just give me a sec. I noticed that when I left the last delve, that it's not really something worth reporting an error over because it relates only to PTR and doesn't relate to live.
It is too far away.
Particularly helpful combat allies. Looks like the drowned don't drop any loot. Oh, they're the stars we have to collect. Have there been any others? Not that I can see. There's one over there. For some reason I thought they were going to be a drop. a spear over there somewhere. Collected 2. There's one over there. I'll have collected all the teeth before I find the stars. There's 2. Little Dreadfang. Kill Dreadfang the Merciless. I'm going to eat before we run in. So, is that an actual upgrade? Nope. So far, I have seen precisely 2 upgrades. And as commented before, 487, that's probably 40 eye levels below where we ought to be at this point. It is making it pretty punishing between the 10% damage and healing reduction and being 40 eye levels below where I ought to be. Things are pretty brutal. I'm having to be pretty conservative about what I pull. I wouldn't normally be using potions while questing because potions are expensive during leveling up, unless I've crafted them myself. And honestly, on this character, I should port back to Stormwind at some point so that I can. Failing. I don't know why he died. He didn't get attacked. Alright. Have we been to that building before? I don't know. No, we have not been here before. I know I have to go the other way for the quest. I'm just having a look. It's very pretty. I haven't done any of the dungeons yet, and I might if I get time, but I might hold off until I can do them with some people that I know, because people were complaining about how punishing they were yesterday. We've got a flight master. We'll go over and talk to the flight master in a moment to unlock that. Now, I believe flight points are supposed to be unlocked account-wide when you unlock them, and I will need to check that on an alt. But when you pop up to tell you that it's happened, which is nice. It's one of the new icons that they're doing. Oh, I've got a rare down there. Strength of Paladar. I don't think I've killed them. This will be another one of those follow the instructions. Special spices. Another Simon Says basically. Sacred herbs. Special spices. Blessed water. I've noticed that people that do these are often in the middle of a whole bunch of mobs, and it's like, why would you? Yeah. How do I stomp on the grapes? Maybe not in flight form is how I stomp on the grapes. Alright. I noticed the grapes didn't light up with a quest marker around them, so I'm hoping I was in the right bat when I was jumping. I was basing it on which one he threw the stuff into. When I had the question, I will comment on that.
Light be with you.
Mine is burned. Oh, okay, there's one. Okay, there's another memory. Hard to target around the NPC. We will comment on that. I'm a bit worried about the spelling of Sebastian. It reads a bit like some of the names are really terrible. Etna Blaze, Mount Etna being a volcano. But Sebastian reads like one of those terrible, I have to have a unique spelling of a name. Collect his remains. Where from? Look like benches, not coffins. Oh, I see. There is a ghost of him on the counter. You should probably report this. You think? We have a mystery of missing bodies. Do we have werewolves around? Level 77. So this alpha phase is capped at level 78, so I can't get beyond. And despite it saying that I have a new talent point available, I don't. I have them all already. But that should mean that it's only an 8% reduction now. Iris Murphy. Okay. Sorry. Murpray. Damn it. Such awful puns. Where's the sister? Oh, there. Sister Etna Blaze. Confront the prioress inside the so that's an instance. We need to go into the dungeon to do it. So let's do some other stuff first. Let's play with the orphans. because I don't know if I have it in me to do a dungeon today. What's it, 10 to 3. So I'm not sure if the orphan chain is coincidental that it's Children's Week elsewhere. Good use of that mechanic. I quite like that. What have we got here?
We are a light in the darkness. Despite everything,
Children, inside!
I will see you through the shadow. We carry the flame into
Go to the main gates. There's a big purple voidy patch over the compassy thing up ahead.
My faith kindles my hope. If you are lost in darkness, we are here to help.
It is a good day.
Yeah. Kill the coasters.
Arathi, push back the Kobus. Make them regret ever stepping onto our hallowed lands.
Right ahead. Killed a critter. Critters are usually immune to environmental damage. Unless you're right on top of them. I don't know. I mean, they sometimes take splash damage because I know that when I'm hunting pets, I have to be careful about the attacks I use on the mobs nearby, that I can free them up without killing them. killed you guys. So many respawn issues up till now. Where mobs haven't respawned fast enough. That seems a bit... That one just cannot die.
The Harbinger manipulates the Cobus through their hunger, and the Arathi through their fear.
Do they now?
Yes, yes! Night falls! Renalash begins!
Renalish. I wonder if that is supposed to be akin to Ragnarok in Norse mythology. Because we do know that Blizzard like to borrow things from other cultures.
Join me in the shadows. Bring the Harbinger joy.
Pick off some singles because I don't really want to get involved in large combat.
Greetings. The shadows can be an ally, if controlled.
Candle in the dark. That was the theme of the last area. Maybe we get a gear upgrade. What does Illyria have to say? Bring down the bubble. What are you doing, Illyria? I've told you to bring the shield down. Okay.
The Harbinger spoke of you. She has taken an interest in you. Harbinger, do not forsake me!
Cutscene. So Belladar is the crystal up in the sky, in case that hasn't been made clear up until now. Oh, it upgraded. Nice. Oh, not so nice. It upgraded to a 340. Curse you, it was going to be a 506. So I still don't have any gear upgrades. Damn you.
We owe our service to those in need. In my heart, there is fire. A lamplighter brings hope. Don't give in to fear, Illyria.
Like we need to talk to Anduin as well. So Illyria is saying that when Dalaran fell, she didn't draw on her power, and someone dear to her paid the price. I don't know if that is referring to Khadgar. Like Alaric, Zalatath thinks herself safe behind layers of shadow. She isn't. Not when I can turn their own power against them. I will do it. All it takes to end her threat for good. So Illyria seems to very strongly be aligned against Zalatath, whether that's because of what happened with Khadgar, I don't know. Good old Dagger. Doesn't seem to have a whole lot to say.
Greetings, friend.
What's Anduin got to say?
Safe.
Perhaps I've been wrong about what the light wants from me. What do we got to do? We have to clear the veneration grounds and speak to Arathi survivors. Both seem to be ahead. Alrighty. Seem to be clearing up the, as in literally cleaning up, not clearing mobs from it, which is comparatively restful compared to what we normally have to do. Tidy up a little. Though we seem to be quite happy leaving corpses lying around, so you know, what can I say? Would be nice to have a bit more variety in the widgets. Seems to mostly be only 2 or 3 different items. A couple of vases with red or white flowers and a couple of spears.
You need something? Have a good one. Hey there. Be careful.
I'm looking for another batch of dudes. So there's not some there. Rebel to Lights Redoubt. Up there. I don't know. I don't think we've been there yet.
We bring hope into the darkness.
Like it's over the ridge and then down into the valley. Another one of these chests I can't open, or I can open them but I've got nothing in them. Another one. coloration here looks a lot more horde-like. All the red plants and stuff. Is there a flight master here? So flame seems to be their key square.
We cannot hide from evil. My faith kindles my hope. Be strong, my friend.
There's an elite there, fungal. There's fungus everywhere. Oh, there's the flight master. You can get the little pop-up. There we go. That looks very much like it's the entrance down to the next zone. I stumbled on the entrance to Kajahet in the last zone. They seem to have entrances between zones. Looked very pretty, lots of glowworms. Discover Livia's Patience, an interesting name for an area. So when I hear the name Livia, I tend to think of Livia, who was the wife of Augustus Caesar. Who was a force to be reckoned with in her own right. Seemed to have a reputation for a bit of poisoning here and there to achieve her political goals, and was not above killing family members to progress her family goals as well. So if we were running the arachnophobia filter, these should all appear as crabs. So let's actually turn that on. Was it here or was it? So you can see they've all been turned into crabs now. And that mode is there to, for the people who have difficulty with spiders. So my other half has a difficulty with spiders in real life. It's one of those things as being in Australia, most of our spiders are, not really fair saying most of our spiders are highly venomous, but we do have a lot of very venomous spiders, and as a general rule you want to work on the assumption that a spider is venomous rather than not, because the penalty of getting that assumption wrong is quite substantial. We have some very, very deadly spiders here. That said, we have good access to antivenoms, so it's pretty rare for people to actually die from a spider bite now. But it's certainly something that we have a lot of venomous spiders. and we're accustomed to seeing them out and about. So trapdoors, funnel webs, redback spiders, etc. are all pretty common. We had redbacks in our garage for quite a while. And you just tend to be a bit careful. Should be people needing rescuing. In this house, I expect. It looks like every time I free a Arathi, I'm going to have to fight one, so we're going to end up having to kill a few more than needed. It's XP, I suppose. So there'll be another one the next house over.
I don't have a target.
Have a look in the house after we've killed this mob. Have a look at the architecture. You can fend for yourself now that I've killed it. Got a chest there. It'll be interesting once we can start exploring for secrets. Not all the items have been placed yet.
When shadow falls, lamplighters rise. A beacon in the dark. Be strong, my friend.
That claims it's going to be a 506 as well. It probably won't be.
Despite everything, the Orathi find joy.
Okie doke. We're going to do a bombing run. I predict that Anduin is not dead. He is going to be he's going to be in the final zone. Either Xalatath has him, or I don't think he will be lost in a cutscene like that.
I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
So the Cryptlords are beetles, so their appearance is not changed. But the lesser mobs are changed into crabs. Or Cockroach. Crocorock? I've forgotten exactly what the name is for that mob. Airship descends into Ajkahet. So presumably this is the end of the campaign for the zone, and I will get booted out. Because we're not moving on to Arajkazet just yet. So I still have quite a few side quests I can do in the zone, but I am going to, once it gives me back control of my character, probably finish for now, because I have stuff I have to do, and I'm out of breath and I'm tired. So let's out of breath and out of voice.
To those in need.
So no, they were 506s. Let's see if they upgrade again. I've finished Hallowfall. I've been given the set Delver's leather armor. So I should be able to equip those. And because we all know that it's really important what you look like while you're questing, I will set my thing. So we have search, reach the sinkhole in the micromancer caverns. Okay. Where am I? I am there. So I have plenty of quests back. Oh, that's interesting. It's sending me to the sinkhole, which is one of the delves, which I have done already. And that's the Skittering Breach. We'll do those ones next session. And we have a dungeon. So I'm going to port back to Stormwind so that I can do a discovery. And then I'm going to probably finish off. We now have a second viewer, just in time for me to finish. I'm going to do some quick alchemy discoveries until I explode. I've just finished the campaign in the second zone. I will probably run through bits of it again on a second character just to see how smoothly it goes without the penalty and having learnt all the hero talents. So my concentration has gone up. Let's see. Philosopher's Stone, which I don't have.
I have just the thing for you. May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Good luck, friend.
Okay, I'm looking for a Philosopher's Stone.
Looking for something special?
I don't think I've got the recipe yet. If I was doing this on my alt, I would have it already.
Have you come to trade? One day at a time, friend.
Peace, friend.
Well, that's a little annoying. I need to be level 80 to make a Philosopher's Stone, which is fine. But I can't get to level 80.
Ancestors watch over you.
Does it have a Philosopher's Stone here? Oh, but we do have points that we can spend so that we can have a look at. Okay, so resets alchemy cooldowns. Okay, all right. Let's have a quick look at these before we log off. So, I should be able to learn all specializations because I have a bunch of points. So, we'll start with alchemical mastery. Now that I know that's there, I can have a look at some of the other ones. So we'll apply those changes. So, learn a subspecialization of your choice. Master the fundamentals of working with herbs, gaining +1 alchemy skill per point in this specialization. Awesome. Gain +3 alchemy skill, learn a subspecialization of your choice. Learn how to craft harmonious horticulture. Learn a subspecialty, learn how to craft formulated courage. Consequences of experimentation are now humorous rather than deadly most of the time. Learn the final subspecialization, gain +5 alchemy, gain +10 alchemy. So, learn how to handle mica bloom, gaining +2 to recipes with this herb, which is the most common herb, so you would expect it to be the most common. +1 to the maximum yield. +2. Experimentation less likely to cause catastrophic consequences. +3. +5. You may sometimes recover flasks as a result from experimenting with mica bloom. +5 ingenuity for recipes with mica bloom. +10 to recipes with mica bloom. +10 crafting speed. Always good, because crafting speed is a pain in the butt. Lure drop. Looks like it's going to be very similar to the mica bloom. Going to be lots of button tapping here. At some point I will add up how many points you need for each of these professions. Very similar. Click, 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 click. Alright. Thermaturgy, which is further your understanding which compounds make up all things. It's good for transmutations. So let's give it all the points. And then we'll go around the wheel and talk about what each thing does. It's a chance to receive additional transmutation. Learn a subspecialty. Performing acts. Now chance to create a core catalyst. Sometimes reveal a beautiful gemstone. Now grant gleaming transmutagen. Learn how to create gleaming transmutagens. First act of thermaturgy each day yields a significant amount of an extra transmutagen. Increases the number of charges you can transmute by 2. So historically, we've only been able to do 1 transmute per day. That would give you, if it increases the maximum by 2, that would give you 3. Increase the maximum by 5. So I don't know if that's 8 or 6, because it depends on whether it's increasing it from the 1 or from the 3. Not clearly stated. We won't be able to check yet. Gleaming transmutagen. So there are 4 transmutagen types. This is presumably the chromatic one. I will have to add up all these points later. Oh, new curial herbs. I learned a new recipe. Ominous materials. I learned how to make volatile coalescence. They don't seem to be matched, so that's volatile. That one teaches me, I think those are back to front. I suspect they've got the icons and the labels in the wrong position. We'll see what happens. Okay, fantastic flasks. I learned how to make the flask cauldron. Whenever you consume a flask or file, you have a chance to return the vial. Duration of flasks and files is increased by 50%. Duration increased by 50% further, so I don't know if that means that you've got 175% or 200%. The wording is unclear. Reduce the concentration cost. Learn to craft the cauldron. Profession files. When you craft files, gain spillover. Spillover grants resourcefulness. Multicraft. Maximum stacks of spillover is doubled. Gain 15 skill. Multicraft when crafting files. Increase effectiveness of spillover by Y% when crafting files. That's specific. Bulk production. So this will increase multicraft, I assume. Spillover grants resourcefulness, effectiveness when crafting by 5 when crafting, maximum stack of spillover, increase effectiveness of resourcefulness, so it's the same. First flask you craft per day will grant you a soulbound conjured version of it at maximum quality. Increase the effectiveness of spillover by Y when crafting flasks. I think the labels are backwards. Requires level 100. Alright. But if we go back here, we can view the full tree. Uh-oh. New recipes that I have learned. created blasphemite. That didn't reset. Might be able to do that because I don't have a Philosopher's Stone. Available craft 7 out of 8. So it gives you 8. We're at 83 out of 100. So we want to keep crafting the experimentation because that'll push us up to potentially 100. $85. Got turned into a I've been slimed. And grown gills and a few other things. Alright. I deeply dislike that given where the where you die, you don't have access to flight in Stormwind as a corpse. There's plenty of other zones where you have access to flight as a corpse. But given how far away the graveyard is, it just feels like adding insult to injury. Didn't learn anything. So even though I'm getting points, I'm not learning things, which is a little frustrating. I've been slimed again. I learned a tempered potion. I'm really just trying to get to 100 at this point so that I can learn the last series of skills. Note that it's still not spending concentration, which it should be. And I have a lot of different recipes that I could be learning. $93. $95. $97. $98. This is very tedious on live because you have to wait for the cooldowns in order to learn things. 99, this should get us to 100. File of true sound. So that should allow us to unlock the last specialization. Apply changes. I'm about to die again. That's super annoying. Given I'm going to log off shortly, I am just going to take the res sickness and pay for the repairs. Not something I would do on live. I don't have a whole lot of gear to worry about. Alright, where's the bench? Over there. So let's see, with all these points, what I can do with inscription. So at level 55 I should be able to unlock 2 Why didn't I unlock the subspecialty before I had unlocked the core? That seems broken. Alright, so going around the outside, Pursuit of Perfection. +5 skill in milling or crafting reagents, +10, +5, unlock a subspecialty of your choice, +10, +10. So 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 40 points when milling. Unlock finishing reagent when crafting inks, 5, 5, 10, 20, 30, 2% faster. So add 30 skill and 2% faster, stacking up to 15 times. 5, 10, 20, 30 plus speed. 5, 10, 20, 30 plus speed. Ingenuity, multi-craft resourcefulness, +5, so +20, +30, +40, +50. +25% additional goods. +25% additional goods. So +80, +100% additional goods when crafting. Yeah. +5, +10. Do not try write manually. +SS, +15, +25, +35, +45, +60%. Eureka! That'll be inspiration. I assume. Crafting speed, ingenuity, crafting speed, ingenuity, crafting speed, ingenuity, crafting speed. Which is desperately needed for inscription because so I don't currently have any recipes that'll give skill ups. And we didn't unlock the Dark Moon Dex as we went along, which presumably, yep. So we have an issue where, because of which ones I picked, I can get blocked where I can't earn any more points. I'd have to get contracts, which you get through reputation, to get any further. I haven't seen any contracts on vendors yet. Profession equipment, usually you would expect it to unlock earlier. There, under careful carvings. Vantage range you get from running the room. Not sure how that works. Professional treaties I should have just unlocked with the specialisation that I learned. However, they're not going to give skill ups. So at the moment we have a blockage where I can't skill up, which is disappointing. So I need to write up some findings, but I really need to take a break. So that's where we're at the moment. I've managed to level alchemy up to 100 by forcing discovery. Let's put some stuff in the bank. I don't really have the same option with inscription, and inscription is blocked because there are no recipes that will give skill ups. And you could potentially get blocked behind learning something that yes. You ate them. Now it took my that. Not quite sure what the gaps are. The sorting doesn't seem logical. It doesn't seem to be sorting by type or quantity or quality. So we might have to provide some feedback on that. But that is all for now. And I have raid tonight, so I may not get a chance to stream again tonight. But we're 34% of the way through level 77. We still have a couple more side quests to do, though we've finished the campaign for the zone. I should probably be able to hit 78 reasonably comfortably doing the side quests, so we'll see how that goes. But thanks for watching, and we'll stream some more later, maybe tomorrow night.